Okay, guys, we're going to start, okay? I'm going to call the attendance first. As soon as you hear your name, please answer. Okay, let's see. Castillo Mayra, is she here? I think she's not. Let's see. De los Ríos Ramírez, Daniela Alejandra. No. Espinosa Vargas, Araceli.
Here,
Okay. Espinosa Vargas, Melanie.
present.
Okay. Finally, Morales Ugarte Boni. Not here. Okay, we're going to start then. Okay, girls, we're going to practice with speaking 2 and speaking 3 as we did on Friday, okay? So I hope you're ready. Please consider the structure that I told you about on Friday so you can answer these questions the best way possible, okay, guys? Do you remember the structure? The way you have to do it?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell me?
For the speaking to, first we have to talk a little bit about the change and the reasons why the university or the student is proposing the change. And then we have to talk about the listening and the student and the position of the student about the change and his or her reasons.
Okay, thank you. What about the speaking 3?
I think firstly, talk about the topic, the definition of it, and then the example that the person will talk about, um, and like tell the story or the example of this, and just a concluding sentence at the end.
Okay. Now we're going to practice, okay? Let's go there. With some exercises from speaking 2 first, and then from speaking 3. Do you agree? Okay, here it is. Please, I'm gonna give you 1 minute to read this, okay? If there is any
Okay,
problem, something, let me know so that I can help you. Let's start. 1 minute. Okay, girls, are you ready to listen to the recording?
Yes.
Okay, pay attention, please. Pay attention, please. This is the listening recording.
Now listen to a conversation between two students.
Hey, Monica, did you see the newsletter on the bulletin board in the student center? The school will no longer hold the freshman orientation. Instead, it will give the students the option to choose between going on a hike and participating in games.
Yeah, I've just read it. I think this is a good idea. Until last year, even though the students hated going to orientation, they didn't have any choices. I'm glad that the students can now have the freedom to choose whichever they want, instead of being forced to go do something they didn't want.
Yeah, I agree with you. Last year, I just didn't go, but it seemed like I missed something.
Yeah, now the students have more options. Also, not only do they have more choices, they don't have to go to school on the weekend. Thanks to this change, the freshmen can go and get their new textbooks and school supplies rather than wasting their time on attending orientations.
I think so too.
In the conversation, what does the woman think about this change? What are the reasons for her opinion? Please begin speaking after the beep.
Dialogue, the woman thinks allowing the freshmen to have the options of hiking and
Okay, guys, I think that 3 people have just joined the session. So we're going to do the following, okay? I'm gonna share the screen again. You will be able to read while you listen, okay? And then we're going to start speaking. Is it okay, Diego, Andrea, and Bonnie?
Yes,
Okay,
teacher.
okay. Let me check your attendance, please, so that we can start. Okay, let's see. Morales Ugarte Bonnie Daira, right?
Yes.
Okay. And finally, it is the discourse. Let's see. Okay, Urbina, Andrea, are you there?
Teacher, here, present.
Finally, I think it's Montes de Oca Machicao Diego, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's see. There it is. The rest is missing. Okay, there it is. Now, let's start then. I'm gonna share the screen again. I'm gonna repeat this. Okay, now here it is. I'm gonna let you read for just 30 seconds, okay? For the ones who couldn't. There you have. Please read it, okay? After that, we're going to listen one more time and then we're going to start speaking. Please. Okay, guys, now let's listen to the recording, okay? I hope you're ready.
Now listen to a conversation between two students.
Hey, Monica, did you see the newsletter on the bulletin board in the student center? The school will no longer hold the freshman orientation. Instead, it will give the students the option to choose between going on a hike and participating in games.
Yeah, I've just read it. I think this is a good idea. Until last year, even though the students hated going to orientation, they didn't have any choices. I'm glad that the students can now have the freedom to choose whichever they want, instead of being forced to go do something they didn't want.
Yeah, I agree with you. Last year, I just didn't go, but it seemed like I missed something.
Yeah, now the students have more options. Also, not only do they have more choices, they don't have to go to school on the weekend. Thanks to this change, the freshmen can go and get their new textbooks and school supplies rather than wasting their time on attending orientations.
I think so too.
In the conversation, what does the woman think about this change? What are the reasons for her opinion? Please begin speaking after the beep.
Okay, guys, I hope you all are ready. Is there anyone who would like to start? No one? Okay, I'm gonna choose then. Diego, are you there? Diego, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Let's
Okay.
start. 30 seconds to prepare your answer, please. Okay, Diego, start.
Okay. The woman in the listening believes that it's really a good idea to make a freshman orientation about um, to become the new students and giving them the opportunity to choose between hiking tour or participating in games because nowadays they have the option and instead of going where they don't want to, now students can have more options to choose and don't have to go to school on weekends and lose their time. That's why she thinks it's a good idea.
Okay, Diego, nice job. You did. You explained everything. It is noticeable that you understood. You follow the structure. You conclude with a sentence, with a concluding sentence. Nice job. Excellent. Thank you. Let's move on to Araceli. Are you there?
Yes.
Please, 30 seconds to prepare your answer. Araceli, your answer, please.
The university gave the free choice for the orientation program for the first-year students to choose between the hiking tour or participating in games in order to give them the opportunity to reduce the tension and interact more with others. Meanwhile, the students are agreed with that Monica states that the free choice is better for the first year students, and they can also use their weekends time uh, in a better way than attending the old programming orientation. And these are the reasons they are agreed with the new change in the university.
Okay. Just one comment, please. It is not they are agreed. It is they agreed, okay? The verb agreed means as a verb, not as an adjective. Is it clear?
Yes.
It is they agreed, or they agree, or she agrees. Okay, it is not she is agreed. No. Okay, remember that. Apart from that, excellent, nice explanation, Araceli. Thank you. Control the time, that's it, okay? Let's move on to Bonnie, please. Are you there?
Yes.
Okay, 30 seconds to prepare your answer. Bonnie, please, your answer.
According to the listening, the girls believe it's a good change for students because now they can have the chance to choose between the orientation and some activities. And if they didn't want to go, if they don't want to go, they could just jump that activity. And she thinks also they could have more time to prepare for the semester and have a free weekend until they start their semester.
Okay, what else? Is that all?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, you mentioned all the points. Okay, that's nice. But a concluding sentence would be also perfect for your answer. Okay, so consider adding a short concluding sentence at the end of your speech. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that's it. Thank you. What about you, Melanie? Are you there?
Yes.
Please, 30 seconds to prepare your answer.
Okay.
Melanie, please, your answer.
Okay. The university from the letter announced that this year the freshman orientation will have two options: a campus hiking tour or participating in games, since the number of the participants slowed last year. Meanwhile, the student advocate this idea for the following reasons. First, she states that the students will not feel forced and they will have freedom to choose what they want. Second, they, due to the fact that they will not have classes on the weekends, they will have time to prepare the school supplies and textbooks. Thus, that's why the girl is in favor of the announcement from the university.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. No comments on your speaking. Your speech was excellent. You explained all the details. You follow the structure. You conclude with a nice concluding sentence. That's the way you have to do it. Thank you, Melanie. Now, we're going to practice with another exercise, okay? But before we start with the next exercise, would you like to listen to a sample answer for this question so that you can use it as a model?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to listen to a sample answer, okay? That will help you understand on how to answer these kind of questions of speaking to, okay? Let's go there then. Give me 1 second, please.
Sample answer.
Can you hear?
Yes.
Okay, what about the rest?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Pay attention, please. Take notes if you want. This is a sample answer for this question.
In the dialogue, the woman thinks allowing the freshmen to have the options of hiking and participating in games is a good idea. According to the university, they will give the freshmen a choice rather than holding a mandatory orientation, because only a few students participated in previous years. The woman says now that the students have choices, they are free to choose whichever they want. She remembers how last year they didn't want to attend the orientation, so she thinks these options could reduce the pressure to go. Also, the university hopes that this could give students opportunities to interact with other students. And the man says the students can now spend their time wisely rather than wasting their time on weekends attending the orientation. They can now prepare for their new life as university students.
Did you understand, guys, how to answer this kind of question?
Yes.
What about the rest? Tell me.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to practice with another exercise now, okay? So be ready. Let's go there. Okay.
I totally.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna share my screen now. Please, you will have 1 minute to read this passage. And after that, we're going to listen to the recording, okay? 1 minute, please, from now on. You can start. Okay, guys, did you finish reading or you need more time? Tell me.
I finished.
Okay, what about the rest?
Me too.
Okay, I assume that everybody has finished reading, okay? So we're going to start with the listening recording. Please pay attention and take notes if you want. Notes are really important and can be really helpful at the moment of organizing your ideas, okay? So please take notes if you want. It is helpful. Let's go to the listening recording then. Give me 1 second, please. Listen carefully, please.
I disagree with this plan. I think it's time for the university to focus on technological features such as computing and telecom networks. Sometimes I find it hard to access the internet with my own laptop in the library because of the speed. You know, if each room features a high-speed network connection, it would be much better for us to study wherever we wanted. And who cares about the chairs and bookshelves? Nobody. Why does the university want to waste the money on things that are not important? It's okay with the wooden chairs. We're not going to stick around there for the whole day. Also, talking about the expansion, we already have plenty of space for students to study. I remember it was last year that the Student Center added more desks and chairs for the students. Wasn't it enough? Anyway, I don't think this is a good plan.
Now, guys, please listen to the question, okay?
The man expresses his opinion of the announcement. State his opinion and explain the reasons he gives for holding that opinion. Please begin speaking after the beep.
Was the question clear, guys? Guys, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, it was clear.
Okay, thank you, Melanie. What about the rest?
Yes, yes,
Okay, thank you, Diego. What about Bonnie and Araceli? Was the question clear? Did you understand everything?
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Okay, now we're going to start with the answers now. Is there anyone who would like to start, or do you want me to choose? Okay, I think no one wants to start, so let's see. Let me see. Okay, Diego, are you there?
yes.
Okay, we're going to start with you, okay? I'm gonna give you 30 seconds. Let me set the timer first, and you will have time to prepare your answer. Let's see. Okay, there you see. Please, 30 seconds to prepare your answer, Diego. Diego, your answer.
The university proposed to enlarge the library for printed materials and offer a best possible environment for the students. But the guy on the listening thinks that it's not a good idea because it's hard to access the internet on the library because the speed of the internet is too slow. He thinks that they must have the opportunity to study whatever they want, and he is not agree to waste unnecessary space on the campus. That's why he thinks it's a bad idea.
Okay, excellent job, Diego. That's it. That's the way you have to answer, okay? Only a reminder, please. It is not she is agreed or he is agreed. He agrees, okay? The verb estar de acuerdo in English works as a verb, okay? She agrees, I agree, you agree. It is not I am agreed. Okay, Diego?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, that's it. That's the way you had to do it. Excellent. Let's move on to another participant. Let's see. Melanie, are you there?
Yes.
Please, 30 seconds to get ready.
Okay.
Melanie, your answer, please.
Okay. The university from the letter announced to enlarge the library for creating the best academic environment with changes such as buying more desks. Meanwhile, the student does not advocate this idea. First, he states that it is not important in buying more chairs for the students, and the university will need to focus on things that students need, like improve the network speed connection. Thus, that's why the student does not support the university's announcement.
Is that all?
Yes.
Thank you. Nice job, Melanie. Nice job. This is the way you have to answer this question, okay? This is for everybody. Nice job. You did it in less than 50 seconds. That's excellent as well. So, nice job, Melanie. Thank you for participating. Let's go with you, Bonnie. Are you there?
Yes.
Please, you will have 30 seconds to prepare. Okay, time's up. Please, Bonnie, your answer.
The student disagrees with the idea to enlarge the library for improve the academic environment. Firstly, he believes they would work in network connection for all the students. Also, he adds that add some shares is not important. Students would be able to study whenever they want. And for all these things, they is he's not uh, he's not agrees with this idea.
Okay, is that all?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, nice. You organize your ideas. It is noticeable that you understood. You got nervous at the end. You didn't find the words, I think, to transmit the ideas that you have in your mind, but it is okay. And I like the part of the conclusion. You tried to mention a concluding sentence, and that's the idea, okay? Your answer was short, but was complete. You answered the question. You mentioned why the person in the listening recording disagrees with the idea of improving the library. You mentioned the example and all those things. Control your nerves. That's the only thing I can comment on your speech, okay? The nerves, and that's it. The ideas were there. You did a good job. Thank you, Bonnie. Let's move on finally to Araceli. Are you there?
Yes.
Please, 30 seconds to get ready. Araceli, your answer, please.
The plans university to enlarge the library in order uh, to get a better environment and get a high student success. It's an, a not good idea for the man that talked in the lecture, and that's why he states that the access to internet and technology is more important, and the space is already enough in the library to use their computers. That's why are the reasons that he disagreed with the idea of the university.
Is that all, Araceli?
Yes.
Thank you. Excellent job. No comments on your speech, please. Nice ideas, nice organization, nice concluding sentence. Everything was perfect. Thank you. Let's move on to some exercises from question 3, okay? It's from speaking 3. I hope you're ready. You will have 1 minute to read this, okay? Please start now. Okay, guys, did you finish reading? Guys, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes.
What about the rest? Did you finish reading, guys? Tell me, you're here to speak. Please do it.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, we're going to listen to the recording then, okay? Be ready. Pay attention carefully. Take notes if you want.
Memory from recalling the book.
Pay attention, please.
Okay, class, today we'll be looking at one aspect of the ecosystems, cyclic population change. As time passes by, species increase or decrease their population due to many different situations that are around them. This phenomenon is rather interesting because the population of these species returns to its original condition after it finishes its cycle. Let me give you an example of this. Let's take a look at wolves and mice. In the beginning, there are numerous mice and only a few packs of wolves. So these wolves have plentiful food sources that can fill up their stomachs. Therefore, there is a significant increase in the number of wolves and a decrease in mice. However, as time passes, the decrease in mice causes problems for the wolves because there isn't enough food for them to eat. As a result, wolves slowly begin to die off, giving time for the mice to reproduce. So the whole process repeats itself again.
Using points and examples from the lecture, describe the changes among wolves and mice. Please begin speaking after the beep.
Did you understand the question, guys? Or do you want me to repeat it?
Could you repeat it, please?
Okay.
Examples from the lecture, describe the...
So the whole process repeats itself again.
Please pay attention carefully. This is the question.
Using points and examples from the lecture, describe the changes among wolves and mice. Please begin speaking after the beep.
Is it clear now?
Yes.
Let's start then with the answers. Who would like to participate? Who would like to start? Is there anyone? Or do you want me to choose again? Okay, since no one wants to participate, I'm gonna choose. Araceli, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, please, before we start answering, remember the structure for speaking 3. You have to explain what happens in the reading passage first. After that, you have to move on to the lecture and explain what is said. What are the examples that were provided? Finally, you have to conclude your speech with a concluding sentence. That's the structure you have to follow in order to answer speaking 3 questions, okay? Summarizing the reading passage, explaining what happens in the lecture, providing some examples, concluding sentence. That is the way you have to organize, okay? 30 seconds, please. Araceli, please, your answer.
The cyclic population change is when the species change the size of their population due to the climate, the weather, or other areas. The teacher illustrates this explaining in an ecosystem with two species that first that begin with a species that have just a few of them, and the other that start increasing, but then they switch and have to decrease, and the other again increase next. So this how work in a cyclic way that begin and the end are in the same way. So that's the way the teacher explained a cyclic population change.
Is that all?
Yes.
Okay. Everything was nice, okay? You really understood what happens in the lecture and in the passage, but you forgot to mention something. You mentioned that the teacher explained why, but what? With what examples? You forgot to mention the wolves and the mice, okay? So try to mention the examples provided in the recording, okay, in the lecture. Is it okay, Araceli?
Yes, just I think I didn't understand a lot when she said mice. I thought she was talking about another animal, so I didn't want to make a mistake in the speaking.
Okay. I understood perfectly, but it is just a recommendation, okay? Try to do your best and try to mention the examples provided, okay? Mice and wolves were the examples. So That's the only thing that was missing. The example, that's it. Apart from that, everything was okay. You understood the concept from the reading passage and you understood the explanation. That's excellent. So good job. So try to add more examples next time, okay? Let's go to Bonnie, are you there?
Yes.
Please, 30 seconds to prepare. Bonnie, your answer, please.
The teacher talks about cyclic population change. She talks about species changing size population cyclically because of size and climate change. But at the end, the population of these species return to the original state, and that and after that finish the cycle. For example, the mice population and the wolves. There are at the beginning there are lots of wolves, but because of some natural factors, mice population starts growing, and then wolves population decreases.
Is that all, Bonnie?
Yeah,
Okay. It was nice, excellent, but only one thing was missing. What was it? Can you tell me?
conclusion.
Conclusion, okay? Work on your concluding sentence. It is important. It has to be something really short. Do not worry. Do not try to complicate your life, okay? It can be something really short because of all those ideas. It is explained that, or because of those, taking into account those examples, the teacher in the lecture explained what is a cycle life, something like that, okay? So try to add a concluding sentence to your speech, okay? That was the only thing. It is clear that you understood what you read and what you listened. So that's excellent from you, okay? Thank you for participating. Okay, we have time for another person. Is there anyone who would like to participate or who would like to provide his or her answer? Okay, Melanie. 30 seconds for you to prepare.
Okay.
Melanie, your answer, please.
Okay, according to the reading passage, the cyclic population change refers to the size of a species population which decrease or increase cyclically. In the lecture, the professor further illustrates this concept with the example of the wolves and mice, which at the beginning, the amount of wolves were bigger than the food sources, and then the amount of wolves increased and the food sources decreased, so the wolves began to die, and consequently the cycle continued. In short, that is how the professor explains the reasons of a cyclic population change.
Is that all, Melanie?
Yes.
Excellent job. You did what you were supposed to do. Explain the reading passage, explain what happens in the lecture, provide examples, and then conclude your speech with a concluding sentence. Nice job, Melanie. Excellent job. But maybe you forgot to mention the mice. I didn't hear the word mice in your examples. Why?
I mentioned it in the middle, I said wolves and mice.
Yes, but then you decided to choose the word resources instead of mice.
Yes.
So be careful with that. Only that comment. Everything was excellent. Thank you. Now we're going to stop here then. On Wednesday, we're going to continue practicing with the speaking 4, I think. So be ready to speak, okay? Because speaking 4 is a more complicated task, okay, guys? Before we leave, please, guys, I would really appreciate you complete this daily survey. And after that, you can leave the session, okay, guys? Is everything clear or do you have any question?
Everything is clear, teacher.
Okay, what about the rest, guys?
Everything.
Okay, let's go there then. Give me just 1 second, please. Okay, there it is. Please complete the daily survey and after that you can leave. Thank you for attending. Thank you for participating. See you on Wednesday. Have a nice day. Have a nice evening.
Thank you. Bye, teacher.
Bye-bye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye-bye. See you.